Hi, everybody. Happy Samhain. Happy season of the witch continuing. And yeah, if I look a little put out, well, last night was Halloween. I actually didn't get this recorded ahead of time. I'm recording this on Friday morning and we'll display it in an hour or two. So I wanted to say greetings of the season to everyone. And today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do a 2-card reading for every sign of the zodiac like I have been doing. But in honor of the spirit of Halloween, we're going to say 2 cards. The first card, what is it you can do to bring love back into your life? And this is for everybody. Even if you already feel you have love, then maybe it's not as much for you, but maybe there's always something more you can do. But the second card is what you should not do, is what would work counterintuitive to the idea of bringing back love into your life. So I'm going to use the Modern Love Tarot. I love this tarot so much. It's beautiful. It's for every occasion. And the art is by Lucy Morningstar. And I'm sure it's still in print, so check it out. It's a really great love oracle. I love it. I love the backs. I love the golden gilt. Yeah, I'm shallow that way. So we're going to do the signs of the zodiac, starting with Aries. And so the top card is that first card, what you should do or what you can do to bring love back into your life, or true love. And the bottom card is what you should not do. So here it is, Aries. What should you do? Slow down. Don't be target-oriented. It's the 8 of Wands reversed. And the 8 of Wands is bursting with energy, normally to hit its target. This might be saying, don't do that. Don't press forward in all due haste, because you may miss the target, or the target may just decide it wants to elude you. So slow down. That's what you should do. What you shouldn't do, and it's the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, okay, misleading messages, but let's look at this a little bit. Because the Knight of Pentacles is indeed somebody who has slowed down. Whereas maybe what qualifies it differently from that reversed 8 of Pentacles, or Wands rather, is it's about, to some degree, focusing on the target. So what you shouldn't do is focus on a target. Let love come as it comes. What you should do is not focus on target. Okay, maybe this isn't going to work. It's a little bit, back and forth there with the cants and shants and stuff. But clearly, though, what you shouldn't do is go too slow. This kind of slowness is kind of like stagnation, sluggishness. So Aries, and Aries, I know some Aries, and you're a curious mix of fast and slow, hurry up and wait. Let's move on to Taurus then. So Taurus, what do the cards say you should do to bring love, or to bring true love into your life? Too many reverse cards. It's the King of Pentacles. What you need to do is look at how you're managing things. You are not managing things well. You need to consider all the ramifications around having a love life, or having love in your life. And yeah, it sounds a little depressing, like, oh, I have to organize my love life. I have to schedule things, and I have to plan things. Well, it's not that hardcore, but some things you could manage better in terms of your emotional life. So for Tauruses, maybe this is saying, and a Pentacle card kind of plays to Tauruses, but maybe this is saying, look at those things that, are overly compelling to you. Tauruses have that nature of being really drawn to their central side. Try to not go with that. Try to look at the opposite of that. But what you definitely should not do, Taurus, Ace of Wands reversed. Don't give up hope. Don't give up the feeling that it's over before it started. Don't feel that joy, happiness are things that will never begin for you. It maybe goes back to the idea of the management, that when we have a better management of these aspects of our emotional life, we can count on the joy to not fall away, to perk itself up and do what it needs to do. In Tauruses. Okay, so now we will do the Geminis. Gemini, what can you do to renew, reawaken, or bring love to your life? And these reverse cards are killing me. That's the Five of Swords. And it's reversed. Gemini, I could almost say, like, this is saying run away. This is saying at this time, love isn't going to work out for you, maybe. There may be too many other more important things to do. You have to clear a lot of things out of your life. That's a positive action for negative things. That the Five of Swords represents things you cannot master, you cannot win. And so it is mostly the best strategy to remove yourself from those situations. So in terms of advice to you, what you need to do is avoid people or situations that just bring out the worst in everybody. Now, what you should definitely not do, at last, an upright card, it's the Knight of Swords. So what you should definitely not do is plunge too fast into any new relationships. Give it time to ascertain that your feelings are true, or that, the other person's feelings are true. You're not the one who controls where the relationship goes. That's for both of you. Okay, Geminis. And now Cancer. Beautiful, lovely Cancers. Emotionally peaceful, calming, sometimes exemplifying a mother's love. So how do Cancers bring back love, or bring true love into their life? You got to have a plan. You have to have respect for others in the situation. This could also be saying, too, deep inside, you should know what works in relationships. And sometimes it's realizing that somebody needs to be the stronger person. I know it sounds contrary to feminism or other things, but sometimes somebody needs to be the person who has the plan and has the willing and honest partners to work with it. So what you should definitely not do is the Fool reversed, is taking an unexpected chance, is taking a foolish chance. If it looks funny, it probably is. So don't take chances you don't need to take, unexpected things that may really flop badly. The universe, when it comes to love, may not always have your back, let alone your heart. And now we'll move on to Leo. Leo, how can you bring back true love into your life? You got to go there. You got to get on a bike and go there. Leo, this is saying keep doing what you're doing now. That there's a sense of measured steps being taken, not putting the cart before the horse. Sometimes you can only go at the speed that you can only go. And so if it's a bike, then you can only go as fast as a bike. I know that's a metaphor, maybe. Baby, you can drive my car. But even a car should adhere to good safety traffic regulations. So Leos, keep doing what you're doing. You're getting there. You're just not getting there maybe as fast as you would like to. What you shouldn't do, Leo, is lose hope. The star reversed maybe says you're not feeling like this is going to work for you. You don't feel like it's the real plan. Leo, you're going to have to trust it. Leos, you can be the most precious of signs. You know that. I've been in a relationship with a Leo. You are wonderful folks, but you need to remember that the rest of us are out here too, and we'll help you bring that hope. Just, do what you're doing and don't expect things to happen on your timetable. Okay, Virgo. And by the way, I should have mentioned, but all of these are good for sun, moon, or rising. So if you have Virgo as your moon sign, but Pisces as your sun sign, you want to listen to both of those. You want to take in that information and see how you can kind of funge it together. Virgo, what should you be trying to do to bring love back into your life? You need answers. It's the moon reversed. Maybe this is really saying you don't know whether or not you have love in your life. Maybe this is saying in order to find love in your life, you need to be willing to figure out some mysteries. And maybe that mystery is what is it about you that maybe people don't always want to gravitate towards an affair. Maybe this is saying what you need to do is take a really good look into your own emotionality, your own way of dealing with people in all kinds of situations. The moon is often likened to the spirit of emotional love or happiness in our lives. At Halloween time, a lot of times, spell work says go look in the moon and then cast its reflection into a mirror you have, and you'll see the image of the person you're supposed to marry, or some such. But in this case, this is saying really use the probing, penetrating power of the moon and mystery and emotionality and figure out what it is you can do to change, because the moon is also about change. It changes all the time. Many moons ago. What should you not do, Virgo? I don't know. I think you should clean up. But maybe this is saying, the Nine of Cups is saying, it's not like getting your wish. It's not like really having that total level of comfort and joy you want. That sometimes love just is a little bit hard around the edges. And so don't go into this with an expectation that everything will be so perfect once you're in love, because it's a process. Love is a process. And Virgos, this does suit you fine, because a lot of Virgos, they want everything to be very controlled and orderly and for them to be in charge of it. But life and love are rarely like that, Virgos. So sometimes we just have to deal with what we have. All right, Libra. And that sun, moon, or rising sign, what can you do to reawaken or bring love, or bring better love or truer love into your life? Libra. It's that Ace of Wands reversed again. I think in this context, what it says is what you can do is realize that for you, maybe Libra, there could be a random element that's working for you at this time for love, and that this is not necessarily going to happen in a planned manner, that maybe you need to open yourself up to the random ways that people meet people, or people find ways to bring them closer to them. And so this is really very much a sign of thinking out of the box for you, Libra. And I actually think that's something you can excel at, because you're different from almost every other sign in that regard. So what is it you shouldn't do, Libra? The world reversed. You shouldn't feel like it's over, it's never going to happen again. You failed. It's never going to be perfect. It's never going to start up again. These are really contrary feelings with the world reversed for you, Libra. And, you know, a lot of times, Libra, you are critical of everything, and you are judging of everything. Don't be that way when it comes to the emotionalities that are around you. There is something, someone, somewhere for you. And some of that is about your patience too, and realizing that the world represents a cycle, and sometimes that cycle happens exactly the way you think it should, and sometimes it just happens the way it thinks it should. Okay, so we are in the sign of Scorpio, but now we are going to do the reading for Scorpios. That's my own sign, and that's Sun, Moon, or Rising. And Scorpio, you at times can exemplify the spirit of rebirth. You know, one of your features is rebirthing Phoenix energies. What can you do to bring love into or back to your life? It's ready. It's the Seven of Pentacles, and it's saying, bring it home. It's saying, don't think about what you feel should manifest to you. You have to really go out and manifest it. You have to really pull that thing into being, that bloody piece of love you want. You have to manifest it yourself, Scorpios. Boy, I know that one. But what should you not do, Scorpios? And there it is again. It's the reverse King of Pentacles. What you should not do is let it fall totally to fate. There has to be some amount of management. And I realize that may be a contrary message, because this is saying, like, work it. And this is saying, don't overwork it. Don't overwork it. Or don't underwork it either. So Scorpios, you have to find your sweet spot, is what it sounds like. You have to figure out exactly where your Goldilocks charm factor with relationships lies. What's too little, what's too much, what's just right. And now we'll do Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what can you do to bring true love, or any love, into your life at this time? Aww. Be yourself. Be balanced. Be respectful of other people and their ability to love or care for things, whether that's you or whether it's what they need to. That sometimes in the greater community of people who know each other, who can share with each other, who can give to each other whatever you need, Just do it. But, Sagittarius, what should you not do? You have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. I think what this says is that you should not overly work that. That it's one thing to understand there's a world of love and that people feel kind towards each other, but don't mistake some of those things for actual love. And so, Sagittarius, this is a discernment thing for you, that you have to realize the difference between an unconditional love and maybe the love you are waiting for. They may not be necessarily the same, but there may be things about them that maybe make you feel that way. So I think the overall message is discernment between the different types of love and to focus on building the love that you're looking for, whatever it is. Capricorn. And I'm thirsty. Let's have some coffee. Thank you. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What can you do to have love? My son's a Capricorn, and yesterday, Halloween, was his wedding anniversary with his wife. He's known her since high school, but they've been married 17 years. High school was a bit further back. Banshee and I performed his wedding because we are legal priests. In this very room here, where I'm reading these cards at. Okay, Capricorn, what can you do? Capricorn, give your love till it hurts. Give your love freely to all who want it or need it or deserve it. This is not the time to hold back. This is not the time to hold and repress your emotions. Learn that from your Scorpio father, son, or any Capricorn. Learn that from somebody who's not good at holding those things back, or it just doesn't work out in the long run, Capricorn, Scorpio, whoever. Learn to express your love. What you should not do, it's the reverse Knight of Cups. Is don't spread it too freely. You know, the Knight of Cups reverse may be saying, don't make it seem like you're the person who doesn't need the deeper level of love because everybody loves you unconditionally. You don't want to be just everybody's bestest friend, even if there are occasional benefits, and I don't know that I see that, but who knows? Spread your love around, but make sure you understand not everyone is meant to be your mate. That's all I got for you, Capricorn. My feelings are a little bit overwhelming on that. And you know, I have a bit of Capricorn in my own chart too. I have Capricorn Moon and Rising. So I can definitely see how some of this applies to me as well. Okay, we're moving on to Aquarius. Sun, Moon, and Rising. What is it that you can do to reawaken the love you've been waiting for? Yes, even you, Aquarius. Tell us, what is it? Aquarians, you need to love yourself the most. It's the Empress reversed. And Aquarians, this is not saying that you should just bow out of the love game for a while, but it is clearly saying that when you love yourself, other love will find you. And that the spirit or personality or the being that loves themselves, it can be so truly radiant if it's done, you know, in that spirit, that others possibly cannot help but be drawn to you, especially if they, like you, are also waiting, looking, hoping for love. So what should you not do, Aquarius? Two of Wands reversed. It's giving up in a way. It's saying, my life is too busy right now. My life is too complicated. I need to be doing other things. I need to be working on some other angle. And maybe that could be an angle about relationships too. You know, Wands covers the idea of networking and friendships and growth. But this card could be saying you're sort of denying where the energy flows the easiest. You're making things harder for yourself, especially if you do need to learn how to love yourself too. So, food for thought, Aquarians. This week may not work out for you, but you may realize something valuable here. Okay, so now we're going to wrap it up with our good friends, the Pisceans. Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This one is for you. This one gives you the information, hopefully, that fits into the crevices of your heart. So what should you do, Pisces? And like that other sign, you have the moon. You need to actually figure out who it is that maybe is already in love with you, but just can't seem to share that with you. Or that maybe there somehow is something you are finding out about your own abilities to be in love, Pisces. You know, sometimes there's a nebulousness about the Piscean mind. You know, it's very complicated, but people mistake the emotionality for indifference or a vapidness even, but it's totally not true. So many deep emotions here, Pisces. I think what this could really be saying is you need to understand yourself before you can really do that move towards looking for love. There may be some things about yourself you still are not quite getting when it comes to romance and love. But what should you definitely not do? The Magician reversed. Well, look for the signs that you really need to realize who it is or how it is that you can bring love in your life. And I think what this is saying is don't be overbearing. Don't push your will on other people. Don't play magician kind of games, sleight of hand, illusion. Don't try to fool somebody that you're in love with them if you're not, or that they should be in love with you when they're not. It's a little bit slippery Piscean stuff there, isn't it? Alrighty, so hopefully all of this will work for all of you, my wonderful friends in the Zodiac. I'd like to tell you about our coming shows. Today's Friday, but tomorrow we'll bring the happy hour. The happy hour comes at 10 a.m. in the morning. Come and get a free, positive, uplifting message, possibly from the divine, for the entire week. Something to give you a bit of hope and a bit of a charge, you know. Then also, Sunday morning is Banshee's Material Matters. That's at 10 a.m. And it's like this show. It's just kind of a recorded show where she goes through the Zodiac and tells you what she thinks will be happening in your material matters. And then on Sunday, we're having another live stream. And we never got rid of all of our decks that we needed to do. We were trying desperately. So we're increasing the chances. This will be our final day. If we don't get rid of them, we're not sure what we're going to do with them. But we will have 4 chances for you to win on the spin of the wheel. There will be 4 cards. And if you get one of those 4, you can choose from the decks that are remaining, which are the Dungeons and Dragons Tarot, the Buffy the Vampire Slayer Tarot, the Spoofy Tarot, the Mystical Journey Oracle, and I believe that's it. Just 5. Alrighty, so that's it for the emotional exchanges. I thank you all for coming, and Happy New Year if you worship that way or feel that way. You know, it is a new year. We'll see you again next time.